First semester as a freshman, I'm out with a blessing. You know I can't wait till that financial aid check hit. I'm going to the gym way before breakfast. No talking to my best friends, I'm working on excellence. Still ain't get no playing time cause they was putting Seth in. But Liberty was still winning like Davidson and Stephen. My handles was the best then. Pull up and make the net bend. Coach said you'll never check in if you don't know the O's and X's. I gotta respect this. Looking up the left wrist. Going to the league, the only goal that's on my checklist. My mama Alexis, matching pearl necklace. Either that or it's back to the block playing Tetris. When I hurt the knee, I was still chasing the dream. Crossover too mean to be a regular breed. Instead of making the squad, I had to team up. Business started booming. I'm on the phone with you.
Couple of them possessions down the way, maybe swing this. You see this nigga online. That's all Adrian do. That's the only way he scored. Fucking fast break points. That shit weak. That's why when he got Spider and Zach, so both of them niggas run out. They get loose. He been coming for their bitch ass. That nigga be gone. Though. Make me fall. Make me fall. Make me fall. He should be running after Trey Young. This nigga is trash. Stop it. You can't stop it. It's happening, son. Ooh, nice one.
Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hawks. Now, here's Isaac. Doncic, right side. And the rejection by Eaton. And he's able to get it back. 2 on the clock. Isaac misses. Thompson outside. Good ball movement here by East Rutherford. Redick for 3. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The break fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Raptors. 4-point game. And the basket is good.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Now, here's Whiteside. Tries again. And he sinks away. Whiteside's got 6 points.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Doncic. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Doncic has got his second bucket.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Doncic doing a nice job showing you some sneaky explosion and athleticism on that throwdown.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 6. And Doncic throws it down.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
I'll tell you what, he deserves to do some power popping after that sequence.
A team-first player. When Thompson notices one of his guys is uncovered, he is willing to get it to him.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on. And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Pass to Kleber. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Thompson outside. Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Goes back up. For 3, Bullock. First shot, first basket. He's on the block, fast.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of it.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Thompson in the posts. On the wing, Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Guys, that is concentration right there. Love how Green stayed in control and focused on the task at hand.
Here's Doncic. A shot by Kleber, wide open. Oh, good with the triple. Here's Thompson. Thompson with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
From deep, Gasol. Raptors trail by 5. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even at a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, when you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
At the elbow, it's Gasol. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Given how crafty Gasol is, it's difficult trying to stick to him, especially in these screen and roll sets.
Back to Kleber. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
So, timeout call here, the first for Toronto. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers.
How does that change, man?
To become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
East Rutherford leading by 5. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic left side. Left side, Porzingis. Now, here's Doncic. And stolen by Simmons.
Simmons doing a nice job there, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
Out to Doncic. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates. If they're open, they get the ball.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
A shot. Porzingis can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
He just looks so fluid in the open floor. I love how Aiden runs to the right spot in these situations.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Williams. Outside, Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Stolen by Thompson. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with a steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Thompson from long range. And East Rutherford, another 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To end the run. Here's Porzingis. Takes it off the glass.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up, that's why he's boarding it well.
And the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Back to Williams. Porzingis trying to get free. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
Thompson for the triple. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 16. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Williams, here we go. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. Rebound, East Rutherford.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
You really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. Porzingis has got 4 in this quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whoever he's facing.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You've got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And they get it. Porzingis can't hit.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And Simmons is right there.
Yeah, you got to box out Simmons. It's plain and simple, guys. When you don't, he can really hurt you on the offensive boards.
And East Rutherford, another fast break opportunity here. That one goes. Count it. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Porzingis can't hit.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
Guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for East Rutherford. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Thompson outside. Back to Ayton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ayton's got 10.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
To the inside, Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
And, you know, Isaac is a high percentage shooter, takes good shots and makes a good percentage of them. And he's very skilled at getting position to throw it down on you.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Back to DiVincenzo. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
The drive by Simmons. Ayton wide open. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Isaac right side. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Isaac really quick in the pick and roll. Once he sets the screen, he does a nice job rolling quickly and hard to the open space.
Back to Simmons. Right side trying to break free. Off with the layup. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. And the jam by Whiteside.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
The shot's good. Thompson's got 10.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside, good.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
On the wing, Green. They grabbed their own miss. Here's O'Quinn. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. O'Quinn's got his first points of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Will it go? Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Fast break, here they come. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Rubio with a wide open look. Pass to O'Quinn. Back to Thompson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And again, Toronto running the court in transition. And here is Doncic. Count that one. Doncic has got 22.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, Exum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's Bullock missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
That's right. Here come the Raptors. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Raptors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. A new group in now for the Raptors. And he makes both free throws. Timeout called, East Rutherford.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And so the timeout by Nick Nurse here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Outside, Green. Outside for Gasol. To end the cold streak.
You know, it's good seeing Porzingis work really hard on the defensive end. Does a nice job staying in position.
And so, it's East Rutherford holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. For 3, Bullock. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Bullock's at the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. Back to Ingles. From outside the arc. Rebound, East Rutherford.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Ball's not loose. And here's Bullock. Back to Rubio. 4 on the clock. Here's Gasol. Nice D from Porzingis.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you got to take it back.
You know, he's really a good passer for a big man, guys. Porzingis very solid in setting up his teammates.
An offensive rebound. Out left to the wing. Exum with a wide open look. 6 the 3-pointer. Exum's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, compared to times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact, a lot was let go on the floor, to what we're seeing now when there seemed to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. you're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams trusting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. They got fined, but is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I'm going to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
The try by Simmons. Pass to right side. Nice D from Porzingis.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but indeed, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Porzingis with the rebound. Dragic outside. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Thompson, and the Pacers can't get it to go.
And that's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Redick is in the corner. Good ball movement here by East Rutherford. And Thompson is good for three. And the Pacers lead by 21.
Watch out now that he's got his first three of the half. He need more in score.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. And he carries her back. The three-pointer offline.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Thompson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis. You hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Will, Kareem, Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis, you look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Harris has got his first bucket in the game, and he's on the board for three. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome and outshoot. Excels at getting up and denying shots.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive
Good job.
for the Pacers.
He had a fantastic play for the bench.
That's a nasty lineup right there.
Great job. They showed it in this game.
First game, I gotta figure out what I want to do with these bars, man.
We watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirmed what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process you went through and what Nicole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
first and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like that they were talking about 90 on draft night, but
91, right? 91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and to see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And
That
his
wasn't
kids,
Bolton.
he probably
That was
loves it
definitely
even
a
more.
block.
You know, he grew up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
We're taking out of UNLV, 1991, number 12 overall.
Well, I like what Porzingis shows there. Excellent. Staying with the shot even under pressure.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
What? Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would
How
be
was
the
those
answer
goaltending, son?
for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 17. On the wing, Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Par for the course for Luka Doncic. Just one of those games where he's got it on cruise control.
Ready. At the tip. It's rebounded by Doncic. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And here's Porzingis for a three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Redick can't get that one to fall. And so it is Rutherford with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the great effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
I had a double-double. Let me get my line straight. That last line, if I would have started off with that, you got me.
Okay. Flipper, I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Winner. Sinner. I come a long way from a beginner. Big wheels in the winter. I'm a soul loser, so I became a winner. Top dollar. So I might have to holler. I'm first to death, but I don't pop my collar. I'll make a 20 tomorrow. I cut her off if the mission failed. There's no second L. Win, win, never lose. Money play, never snooze. Stack the paper what I choose. I can stop it with no clues. Walking it, what's the move? I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again. Win with some good friends. I hate this station and bought a bin. I do it, you copy. I know you watching, I know I said all the trends. You got a 10, I stack 10 on 10. You say I'm not having, please come again. In the back of the Maybach in New York, I'm cuffing in Tiger skin. You lucky for your clothes. I'd rather grind till it's over. Like a toaster. When I'm eating a chauffeur, there's no losing or no time. This is days worth of time. My connect move is a spot, and your dreams for the sky. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. I'ma win again. Again. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Don't quit until it's over. Over. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Cause I'ma win again. Again.
Jumping out the jail, hit the shoes. 58 days, hit the what choose. Ballin', yeah. Yo, hanging out your window. Ballin' with my kid.
My boy in a while, man. Everybody else been getting 14. Get my 14 game going again.
Hanging out your window. Keep the movie like a Uzi, I get up in the day choosy, like my girl better bougie, I feel like I'm underrated like that last version Lil Uzi, all the data and the analytics couldn't track the drift when I'm in a ditch, when I got out put up and I walked never other Hamilton like my pulling up like my name was Christoph when I lift off that you I feel bang in the Hall of Fame and I know this game till I stick, we gon' pull up when it's game time, yeah. Side hustling on the baseline. We can never waste time. Won't stop till the game line. We gon' pull up when it's game time. Side hustling on the baseline. Pull up when it's time.
moving. Stop moving. Stay.
Hit my line, it's that time. This ain't sound, it's a high. We was down, we survived. Keep us now, we are right. I put pressure on these rappers doing numbers, don't I? Drop an album, then I close a couple summers, don't I? Got it looking mighty easy for a come up, don't I? Dreams so big that my ideas are hard to stomach, don't I? Yeah. Gotta jump 10 years later, don't I? Execute so what I think I made it, don't I? I do me so what it's hard to imitate it, don't I? Talking to myself like all the greats is crazy, don't I? Yeah, I guess I really get right to it, don't I? Keep a smile like we was never going through it, don't I? Circle tight like I got no room for improvement, don't I? Navigate from we was stuck with this movement, don't I? Yeah, they wanna be stopping. Somebody please stop it. It's just me dropping. They just eavesdropping. I don't need nothing. Why you mean mugging? That don't mean nothing. Just touchdown, alright. Coming for the bag and it's mine on sight. They ain't hear me last year, now they got the time.
I just touched that.